CBS 12 News starts now with breaking news.
And breaking news as we come on the air this Sunday night, a mass shooting at a video game tournament in Jacksonville. But first, a warning. What you are about to hear may be difficult to listen to.
It's not a tough out today. Excuse me, not an easy out. Oh.
And we want to give you a live look right now at the scene in Jacksonville. If we have that, there it is, right outside where all of this took place. This is at the Jacksonville Landing. That is a mall downtown. A gaming tournament was actually taking place there today. The Madden tournament. Players on the gridiron, announcers, you saw them in the bottom right hand of your screen. Gunshots rang out at around 2:30 this afternoon. Now, Jacksonville police say the suspect is dead. There's not a lot of information about that person. We're working on getting that information right now, and there are reports of at least 4 people dead, with several others injured. Of course, this could change at any moment as investigators are interviewing dozens of witnesses.
You know, this is crazy, man.
I did see a gunshot victim that did save his life today.
It was a lot. Like, it was pop, 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 pop. Like, it didn't stop.
And Governor Rick Scott has spoken with President Trump. The president offering any federal resources. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement and Florida Highway Patrol are also working with law enforcement in the investigation. The governor right now headed to Jacksonville. And as we said, this shooting happening at a Madden video game tournament. EA Games, the maker of the game. Here it is, their tweet right there, responding this afternoon saying, "This is a horrible situation and our deepest sympathies go out to all involved." And following the shooting, a number of gamers voicing their frustrations about the security at gaming events like this one. Summit 1G, he's a gamer, says security at these events need to be taken, quote, ultra serious. Another gamer, Ninja, tweeting that his heart goes out to the family, friends, and people affected by the shooting, saying several times, the times we live in just need to shine out the evil with the positivity. And right after the shooting, people began giving blood. And according to One Blood tonight, right now, at least, there is no immediate need for blood donations. Of course, that may need to change. And if you want to donate, we have a link to find the donation center in your area. All you need to do is go to our website. There's the story right there. It will be updated, of course, throughout the night. The website, cbs12.com. And of course, the story is still developing right now as we speak. Our coverage of the shooting does not stop here. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll be joined live in studio with a former CIA agent who now lives right here in South Florida. And we're going to get her perspective on everything that has happened today. And of course, we have much more on cbs12.com. Today's shooting comes just 2 days after another deadly shooting at a high school football game, also in Jacksonville. 3 people shot, 1 killed. The scene right here. Law enforcement calling it a targeted hit on 2 men, also saying the male victims had ties to gang members. So far, no one has been arrested in this case. All right, we turn now to weather. It was a great day yesterday, a little drier yesterday, a little drier today. Let's check in with storm track meteorologist Michael Ehrenberg to break it all down for us. Hi, Michael.
Hey there, Paul. Yeah, a little bit of dry air worked in today and just a couple little spotty showers here or there on the radar. Most of those are inland, south of the lake, south of Belglade. They're moving over 27, all this farmland area where few people live. A few little spotty showers here or there across parts of the Treasure Coast. Shower dissipating west of Port St. Lucie, and another one dissipating near Indiantown. A little light shower south and west of the Beeline Highway. Across the northern acreage, it's warm out there, but of course normal for late August. Boynton, you're 87. Low Jupiter, 87 for you on this fine Sunday evening. Stewart at 90, and we're looking at Vero at 85, and the Sebastian temperature 85 degrees. Just a chance for a random shower through the evening and overnight. Otherwise, we're just partly cloudy with lows in the upper 70s. Nice near full moon shining overhead. So dry for tonight and tomorrow. We are turning our attention to a tropical wave way out in the central Atlantic. It will bring us late week moisture. How that will impact our rain chances when I come back a little later on with the 7-day forecast, Paul. All
right, Michael, we'll see you in just a bit. Right now, increased patrols at a playground in Boca Raton after a sighting of a possible predator. CBS 12's Nyala Charles live from the Patreef Park in Boca with more on how rangers there are making sure that area is safe not only for parents and kids, but for everyone. Nyala?
Well, Paul, lots of parents are here with their kids this evening, and there are also a lot of patrols. In the last hour, we've seen about half a dozen police officers and rangers circling the area in case two men come back here. The Boca Raton Police Department says today someone reported seeing two men with zip ties hanging around the playground here at Patch Reef Park. The caller said the men didn't have any kids with them. Police say the two men drove away when rangers tried to approach them. Many parents here say they were unaware of the report, but now are on alert. They say they're looking for any suspicious people and keeping off their phones in case they see someone suspicious. The witness described the men as a 30-year-old and 60-year-old. Police say they'll be launching an investigation into the report. Meanwhile, they ask if anyone here sees something suspicious to call 911. Reporting live from Boca Raton, Nayela Charles, CBS 12 News.
Let's hope everyone stays safe right there. The deadly shooting at that mall in Jacksonville we've been covering extensively since it broke this afternoon. Our coverage, of course, does not stop here. We are just minutes away from talking with a former CIA agent who breaks that all down for us. And a look at our Sky Team 12 drone shot of the day. Beautiful, isn't it? This video is from Stewart, CBS 12, the one to turn to. We are back after the break.
Way FM, proud partner of the CBS 12 News Network, the one to turn to.
A heart-stopping crash, all caught on camera. Take a look at this video when an ambulance and motorcycle collide in Rhode Island. Wow, police say a teenager with autism stole the ambulance from a fire station and cut off the motorcyclist. Fortunately, that motorcyclist only broke his finger. The teen and a firefighter with minor injuries. Amazing there. Mothers reunited with those who helped them get through some big old difficulty. Today, many families met with nurses and doctors who helped nurture their vulnerable newborn babies back to health. Tonight, CBS 12's Andrea Marvin brings us to the heartwarming reunion.
The nurses here say it is pure joy to see these mothers and babies again, both happy and healthy.
Sweet little Ember was born premature.
We were in there because she wasn't breathing when she was born, had the cord around her neck.
She spent 3.5 weeks in the neonatal intensive unit where nurses nurtured her back to health, a time that was difficult and painful for her mother.
It was just scary. We didn't know what would happen.
Now, 1 year later, Maylee Hargett's daughter is a healthy 1-year-old who just took her first steps this weekend.
Very healthy, very vibrant, talks a lot.
Today is also a special day as Maylee and her daughter are reunited with the team at West Boca Medical Center who helped them get through those difficult weeks.
I was so scared. They kept me calm. They share stories during it about other mothers who are going through the same thing.
The NICU is a high-risk nursery for babies who are born early, have problems during birth, or develop issues.
Even as tiny as they are, they're very strong. Babies are deceivingly strong.
Meredith Haney spent most of her career as a neonatal nurse. Moments like this bring her joy.
Sometimes I don't recognize the face of the parents because I never saw them with that big smile that I see now.
Haney says seeing the families thriving gives her purpose.
It just makes that hard day in the NICU so much better because you know this is what you're aiming for.
Now, this is an annual event that keeps growing in popularity because these families and nurses are so grateful to be reunited. In Boca Raton, Andrea Marvin, CBS 12 News.
Great story right there. All right, Andrew, thank you. And we're getting new information right now about the suspect in the Jacksonville mass shooting. More to come on that, of course, that is next. And the Dolphins may still be looking for a backup QB, but the Ravens are more than happy with what they saw from Lamar Jackson last night. We're going to hear from the former Boynton Beach High School star when John Emerson joins us next. But right now, Michael Ehrenberg with the rest of your weekend forecast.
Yeah, hey there, Paul. We're tracking our next weather maker for late in the week, a tropical wave out across the central Atlantic. When it will arrive here and how much it will increase our rain chances coming up.
CBS 12 News outerwear is provided by Under Armour.
We continue to track that breaking news right now. We're learning new details about the suspected gunman in that mass shooting in Jacksonville. Our affiliate in CBS Baltimore reporting that the suspect is from that area. Right now, the FBI is investigating an address in the city and calling this a, quote, criminal matter. They are not, it's important to note here, they are not using the word terrorism. Of course, more details to come. And we continue to track that breaking news, as we said, out of Jacksonville. That mass shooting at the Jacksonville gaming tournament in a mall downtown. Lisa Ruth, former CIA agent, live here in the studio right now. Lisa, thank you for joining us on this terrible day. We know you have a lot of experience with the CIA. And my first question to you is, what do you think could be a possible motive in this case? We know little about the suspect right now.
Yeah, and then I would start by saying, this is likely to change as we go over here, as we learn more and more. But one interesting point you made, they're not calling it terrorism. That's because at this point there doesn't appear to be a political motive. Terrorism would mean there was a political motivation behind this. Reading the gamer chat sites, the websites there, what they're saying is that this was actually a gamer, someone who lost a tournament to one of the people who was shot and killed.
And that information, just to say, is not confirmed yet.
Not confirmed at all, and this is just chatter. They're actually using a term called gamer rage, which I'm not aware of. But the motivation, the problem here is now this can be a mall, it can be a gaming site, it can be a school. We don't know. Almost anything can now become a motivation for this.
Which brings up a lot of questions tonight, and we've talked about security. We've had a shooting at one of our high school football games. You are aware of that. We had another shooting in Jacksonville the other night. Now we have this shooting here at this gaming tournament in Jacksonville. Yes. Two shootings in just a couple of days. How can we remain secure? What can law enforcement do? Is there anything that's going to be foolproof?
Well, there is nothing that's going to be foolproof. We'll start with that. However, every security officer in the country right now is saying we've got to be proactive. Anytime we're into reactive mode, which is what this is, I say this all the time, it's too late. We have the ability to provide things like security, like metal detectors. We have the ability for access control. Credentials.
But the thing is, I think a lot of people wonder, we have that ability to do that. And real quickly, we only have a couple of seconds left. We have the ability to do that, but are law enforcement actually using that ability?
And no, and it's not only just...
No, you said no.
No, they're not. But here's where it gets tricky. Is it the role of law enforcement to set up at a private facility like a mall, or is that a private security? Who is responsible there? And where is, when you're saying the fact that this was at a gaming bar, right? So if you have that set up, that has to probably not be the responsibility of law enforcement, but of the owners of the facility.
One last question real quick. Being with the CIA for so many years, my question, obviously, we have about 15 seconds. Federal action. We know that the Florida Department of Law Enforcement will be joining in on this investigation along with local authorities, Florida Highway Patrol as well. How does the federal government come into this besides the FDLE?
It will be the FBI is likely going to be taking the role in this and trying to understand who. First, we have to find out that what intelligence we can glean in terms of prohibiting this from stopping again. Okay.
Lisa Hall, former CIA agent. Lisa Ruth, did I say? Lisa Ruth, former CIA. I think I had a teacher with that name. Lisa Ruth from the CIA. We appreciate you joining us here live in the studio tonight. Thank you. All right, and the Sheriff's Office will be giving a live update in Jacksonville. And of course, you can watch it on our CBS 12 app or on our website, cbs12.com. Right now, new details released about the funeral plans for Arizona Senator John McCain, who passed away at the age of 81 just yesterday. The late senator will be laid to rest next to his best friend from his days at the U.S. Naval Academy, not in Arlington National Cemetery. The senator died of glioblastoma and a very aggressive brain cancer Saturday at his ranch in Arizona. Meantime, former President George W. Bush will deliver his eulogy. All right, we're going to go back to weather and see how the rest of the day and your work week is shaping up, Michael.
Hey there, Paul. Checking out our weather headlines right now. For the next few days, we're going to be in a typical summer pattern with a few spotty showers or storms. A slow uptick in moisture during the mid part of the week, and then late in the week, a tropical wave will approach from the Bahamas, and that will make it wetter around here. So high pressure giving us our typical weather for the next couple of days. That's weather maker number 1, weather maker number 2. Here you go. Tropical wave over the central and eastern Atlantic. A lot of disorganized showers and storms that will arrive here later in the week, so we'll track the moisture for you hour by hour and day by day. Normal amounts of moisture, storm chances tomorrow, 40%. Same thing for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 50%. Here comes the deeper moisture for Friday into the week, and that's the red there, and that will increase our storm chances up to 60%. Best chance for rain later in the week, and unfortunately coming our way for next weekend. As far as storms and rain this evening, not a whole lot going on here. An isolated shower here or there. We saw some earlier on the Treasure Coast. They pretty much dried up, vanished. A little bit of some quick shower activity moving on shore there near Singer Island, Lake Park on that easterly flow. And hour by hour, you'll see a few showers here or there coming onto the coast. Late tonight, there's 11 o'clock. And then during the first part of the day from Vero to West Palm to Boca, a few coastal showers here or there. By noontime, the rough line of thunderstorms lining up well inland on the sea breeze. And then for the most part, that's where it will stay during the mid to late part of the afternoon, with tomorrow evening's commute likely dry, other than the chance for a quick random shower here or there. So right at the coast, rain chances 30% in the morning, 40% inland, and 50% as you get out there towards Lake Okeechobee. So for this evening and tonight, we're warm and muggy, partly cloudy. Do allow for a quick passing shower or isolated downpour, 5-10 minutes at best. Then it moves by your neighborhood. For tomorrow, we start your day with steamy sunshine. Few spotty showers possible in the morning. And again, that chance for a few scattered afternoon inland storms. We're talking well west of the Turnpike, with your high at 90. And so it goes. Here's your 7-day forecast. The weekend's always in view. Slowly increasing rain chances, 50% for Wednesday, Thursday. And again, we watch that tropical wave. We think it won't develop and will stay weak, at least from this vantage point, coming in for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a 60% chance for more frequent showers and storms. An update for you tonight at 11. See you then.
Now, the South Florida Honda Sports Report.
Well, technically, the NFL preseason means absolutely nothing. The games do not count in the standings, and head coaches are weary to reveal too much of their playbook. But realistically, Dolphins fans are on the verge of panic right about now. Ryan Tannehill and the first-team offense produced just 9 yards last night over the first 3 drives against the Ravens. No first downs, mostly because Tannehill dropped the ball twice and recovered for a loss. Tanny finally threw his first touchdown of the preseason, and first since 2016, for that matter, when he hit Patriot star Danny Amendola, former Patriot star, for this impressive-looking touchdown. But the 27-10 loss to the Ravens, not so impressive. Clearly, lost to still work out with just one preseason game left, one where first-teamers will get limited action.
Something you want to be able to do is start fast. So I was disappointed personally and disappointed as an offense in how we started the game. The defense did a good job of keeping us in that thing. But as an offense, we have to be able to move the ball effectively early in the game and get points.
We're flying around out there and, making some plays. It was fun to get out there. We have a lot of things to work on. Just going to continue to grind this week, continue to get better.
But I got more bad news for the offense. Jakeem Grant suffered a concussion on this play in the second quarter. He may be out to start the season. For those of us who watched Lamar Jackson play at Boynton Beach High School before making all of Palm Beach County proud by winning the Heisman Trophy, you get the feeling last night was another historic moment for the former CBS 12 High School Athlete of the Week. I love saying that. It's cool to say because, well, you saw him last night. Lamar Jackson played really well last night, looking confident and as capable as ever on this determined touchdown run for the Ravens. We say that week after week when he played for Louisville. Jackson also having his passing game going down. Targets, Devier Posey right there for the touchdown. Action Jackson, 7 of 10 passing, 98 yards, and those touchdowns. So far, the Dolphins are struggling to find their backup, but Jackson certainly seems to be a shoo-in for Baltimore.
I hope people know, I can throw now. Even though I had a low percentage, but it's all good. We had fun, came out with wins. It's just having a strong mind, just the mental part about it. Just going out there, trying to complete the ball, trying to move the chains. That's what it's all about. And we did that, ended up scoring fast, so yeah.
Well, Jackson mentioned that low percentage, completing just 41.9% of his passes so far in the preseason. He's got something to work on there, the lowest among all quarterbacks. You watched it right here on CBS 12. Bryson DeChambeau winning the Northern Trust for his first ever FedEx Cup playoff win, propelling him over Jupiter residents Dustin Johnson and Justin Thomas into the top spot in the FedEx Cup playoffs.
To be able to hold a lead and keep the lead for the whole time. I was getting a little close and a little tight there mid-round. To be able to push forward and make a couple putts when I needed to was great.
We'll have much more from DeChambeau and the history he made today coming up tonight on Sunday Sports Plus.
And again, don't push the panic button just yet for the Dolphins. No, not yet. All right. Let's not push the panic button in 5 seconds for the weather, Michael.
No, I think fair tonight, Paul, other than the chance for a little shower here or there, increasing rain chances throughout the week, though.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, John. And thank you, of course, for watching. We continue to track that breaking news coming to us with that mass shooting. Up next, 60 Minutes. Have a good night until 11.